Hoi Hoi, my name is Kitsundere van Lonelyheart, or Kitsu for short, and today I'm going to play one of my favorite games from my childhood, which is Siege of Avalon. Um, before, well, my cat is scared. Before I There's so much I have to explain, or so much I want to talk about. But before I do anything, first thing I do is exit the game. Yes. This game is loud! Okay, I haven't done. Ah! Um. This game has a cutscene for if you close the game. This is awesome! Hold on. Okay, so unfortunately, if I tap out, then everything freezes. Okay, let's try this. Right, so how awesome is that? I mean, it is stupid, but it's so stupid. It's funny again. Okay. All right. So okay. Let's do this. Then do this. Okay, this is better. I think. Right, and let's start the game again. Okay. Digital Tome. Played any good books lately? I'm so happy seeing this game again. Ooh, an intro for starting the game. Yeah, he drags the book and then he opens it. Siege of Avalon.
This is the tale you seek.
I have to take a look if Digital Tome has any other games. This is the version that I'm playing is the Steam version, which is called Siege of Avalon Anthology. And the reason why it's called Anthology is because I remember the game is similar to, I think, Telltale's game. I don't know. I've never, no, not Telltale's game, but games like the Walking Dead series or something like this, right? Which would release in multiple episodes, right? This game, why is the black screen so long? Whatever. More time to talk. This game worked similar like this because I had the CD version of those games, and I think this game has 6 chapters, and each CD has its own chapter. Right, and the reason why was, I think, because the CDs back then just didn't had. Okay, something is wrong. That shouldn't take that long. Let's close it. Right, and the CDs back then hadn't enough space, and I'm not sure about this. Like, I'm not 100% sure about this, but I've heard that the original version of this game was released on discs, and I think the game was printed across 52 discs or something like this. Okay, I think I have to do Task Manager. Something is wrong. That didn't happen before. Okay, even the Task Manager doesn't work. Fuck it. Damn it. Okay, Task Manager. I can't open the Task Manager. Nope, it doesn't work. Okay, can I? Damn it, I can't force to close it. Oh, I can, hold on, I can drag this over here? No. Damn it. Okay, let's try this. So let's do this. All right. I don't know what you see right now. Where is this? Where is this? Where is this? Damn it, I don't see. It's over there. Okay. Yes. Okay. So, all right. Let's go back over here. Okay. That was weird. So let's do this. Get this one back over here. Close this, and I have to put the task manager on my other screen. Okay, so let's try this again, right? Siege of Avalon. Okay, right, so play. Okay, digital tome. Can I skip this? Okay, now it works. All right. Okay, so I still have a black screen by why do I have a black screen over here now? Okay, all right. New game. Okay. So the combat system in this game is compared to modern standard outdated. Trading style. I can choose a trading style. All right. So there are 3 classes. The class system works similar on how it works in Skyrim. So you essentially just choose your starting gear, and 10 come up with. Right. So your fighter training places an emphasis on your character's combat ability. Your character gains 5 strength and 10 combat points. Scout. Scout training emphasizes your character's stealth talents. Your character gains 10 stealth and 5 coordination points. Magician's training places an emphasis on your character's spellcasting ability. You gain 10 mysticism points and receives the charge spell. Right. So the way this works is that you can design your class any way you want. You get experience points for different things, for example, for killing enemies or for doing quests, and then you can spend those experience points to gain either training points, which can be used to increase your stats, or you can buy abilities, right? So this game doesn't have a direct level system. Instead, you are gaining experience points and then you're investing those experience points, if I remember correctly. The combat system of this game is outdated, right? You don't have skills or so, but you have spells, and this is why I'm going to play a magician, right? Like the fighter is oriented all for physical attacks, right? You have strong physical attacks, and you're tanky. The scout is about stealth, so he is more like a rook. I think his starting weapon is a bow. And yeah, you are more like the game focuses more on sneaking and everything else. I don't remember exactly how this works. Like if there is like an ability that if you hit an enemy that hasn't detected you yet, or something like this, right? So I will go magician, which means I have 10 mysticism points, and you also see that the strength, that the stats differentiate, right? So strength depends on the physical strength of what of a character. Strength affects how much damage a character inflicts in battle, right? This obviously affects physical attacks or melee attacks, right? Coordination represents how agile a character is. Coordination affects a character's movement, recovery, and resistance modifier. Okay. Constitution represents the kind of physical hardiness. Constitution, healing rate, and hit points. Yeah. Right, so this is your hit points. Perception, how well a character senses the area around him. Charm represents the character's personal magnetism. Charm affects the prices and a character can command when buying or selling items. Mysticism represents a character's magical ability. Affects the character's recharge rate and mana. Right, so combat presence, a character's fighting ability. Combat affects the character's damage modifiers. Stealth represents the character's ability to move and avoid detection. Okay, so oops, now I want to like look at magician. So yeah, we have high mysticism, we have some coordination, and we have high perception, right? The scout has high stealth, moderate perception, and high coordination. And the fighter has a high combat skill and medium strength. That's interesting. Like, right? The mage has as much constitution as the warrior. That's interesting. Okay, I'm going to play the mage because the mage has the most interesting combat system. Name Kitsu. Okay, one thing I want to see is change appearance. Oh yeah, you can have a female character. Change to okay. I don't remember having a female character back then. So let's play a female character. So you can make some minor adjustments, but they are kind of meaningless because you're going to wear armor over it. Gray, okay. Let's go blonde, long, ponytail, bald, long, beard. That's interesting, okay. Alright. Training points. So I can invest training points. Right, so, and it costs, it's like the amount of training points it costs to increase a stat is dependent on the level of the stat, I think. Although it, yeah, okay, this only took 2. Those training points are your experience points, I think, right? So I should be able to keep those experience points if I just start the game. I don't have to spend them yet, I think. Okay. Siege of Avalon. One warning, this game contains a lot of reading. And I want to immerse myself, so I'm going to read a lot of it. And it's already so small. Oh my god, that's difficult to read for me. Music. The music still feels kinda loud. Okay. Let's make it to this. Alright. Foggy and warm tonight, traveling slowly up the Well River. The wind has died some, but died some. So the crew are back at the oars. Captain Nico had me bailing for much of this evening, but we are still taking... I think this is still too loud for me. Okay, I have to make... Then let's do this. We should reach Avalon before daybreak. If not, I may have to swim there. The captain has been silent since the battle. A dozen of his men were killed, defending the Lady Aile and her cargo. It almost wasn't enough. The shaman's fire blew a hole in the port side close to the water level, but Nico's skill kept us alive and pulled us through the ambush. For the last 8 years, my friend and I have heard only tales of Avalon, Fortress of the Kings. We made games out of the struggle going on there and throughout Oriam. I was Sir Worf Hildebrandt and Tall was King Tortain. Okay, we would act out of the great battles of the coalition and Tall would be Tortain's heroic death. Would die. Okay, his heroic death. At the end of play, we would get up, laugh and return to our shores. It all seems so silly now as we drift into the shadows of Avalon. The Lady Aile... Is that A-E-L-E or is that A-E-L-C? I can't really read this. I assume it's A-E-L-E. Was the only ship that made it here. Oh, so it's a ship. Okay, never mind that. I thought it was a princess or something like this. Fate had me more aboard her. Hundreds of other sailors and mercenaries weren't so lucky. The rest now at the bottom of the Well River. More victims of the invading Shaul. When news of the disaster reaches home, I know Mother will think I'm dead. She is always so quick to assume the worst has happened. When I told her I was going to Avalon to bring the news of Father's death to Corvus, she questions how I even knew he was alive. I think that was one of the reasons I left. I had to know if my brother still lived. It's been months since we've heard anything from him, and years since I've even seen him. With the fortress a few hours away, I'm not sure which would be worse to hear, that he has perished or that he has suffered for so long. Even now, having just cheated death, I can't resist the excitement. Before this, I had left our father's land only a few times. Now I sail into the hearts of a desperate contest, with visions of glory and heroism blinding me. I have never felt as young and green as I do now. When I'm honest with myself, I know the real reason I abandoned my mother and our father's estates. It's not for something as selfish as bringing important news to my brother or learning the truth of his fate to bring back to my mother. I have come here because deep inside of me, in a place I like to believe I have outgrown, there still lives a boy. This boy still dreams of fame. Oh, the music is so epic, I love it. I have come here because deep inside of me, in a place I like to believe I have outgrown this. Oh, right, this one's fame. Okay, the man that I'm becoming will have to pay for that boy's imagination. Yeah. Okay. So, I think in the original version you could only play a male character, and they probably have changed that for this version because how old is this game? Like 20 years? More than 20 years, probably. I remember playing Siege of Avalon when I was a child. So I probably played it already before the 20,000 year, whatever. Before the beginning of this millennia. That means this game is probably more than 25 years old. This game is old, yes. Fun fact. The games that I played when I was young are all based off my mother's taste. So she played this game, and there was another game which is also my favorite, which is Albion. I'm probably going to play this too, but Albion is older than this game, and when it comes to content, and especially when it comes to reading, Albion is one level higher than this one. Anyway, let's not talk about Albion, let's talk about Avalon. I pray I can deal with the consequences of my decisions. Even if I wanted to return home, I don't think I could. The Shaul are everywhere in the path of Oriam. I don't think that even Captain Nico would have braved another journey down the river. Besides, I suspect the wreckage of the other ships would make a return trip impossible. I have no choice but to become a part of the struggle here and fight Mithras. It is either that or hide in the dark corner of Avalon and starve until the war comes to conclusion. When I get there, I will find Corvus and join whichever unit will have me. I may be young and untried, but I will make a place for myself among the heroes of Avalon. Okay. This morning broke foggy, but the fog cleared shortly after sunrise. I had just come up from bailing below deck when the last thick fog bank broke and the walls of Avalon appeared in the distance. No one cheered when the Lady Ariel washed slowly into the hub. I could see amazement and confusion on the faces in the grove. They wondered how we had made it to Avalon at all. Given the condition of the ship, they wondered what they would eat tonight. We had a few sacks of grain and some cheese, but not enough for the thousands of gowned faces we could see from the docks. An eerie silence descended and all of the greeters just wandered away to consider the gravity of the situation. I was afraid to begin asking about Corvus right away. I was afraid of what I might find out. My worries were misplaced. It so happened that he was waiting for the supply fleet with the West and recognized me immediately. He has become a respected figure in Avalon, especially among the elite fiends. He is bigger than I remembered him, probably from months of wielding the long sword hanging at his side. His mane was raked and he had worn a scar on his neck from some battle. I didn't have time to ask him how. Corvus took me to his quarters in the outer keeps. The officer who shared the room with him had been killed in a recent assault on the walls, so Corvus felt there would be no objections with me taking his bunk, at least until I found a unit to join. Our reunion was cut short when one of the castle pages arrived to summon Corvus to a council of some kind. He left, assuring me we would have plenty of time to catch up. No one was going anywhere after all. Right, so the story of Avalon is, the story of Siege of Avalon is that Avalon is like this legendary castle, and this castle is under the siege of the Shaul. The Shaul are orc-likes, or orc-like creatures. I think they are also called orcs in this game. And so essentially, you are just a normal soldier you are just a generic soldier, but the first task, we don't need to talk about this, but the first task impresses them so much that you can create your own unit or something like this. And essentially, each chapter you are giving a task, and this task is supposed to help the ongoing siege. And yeah, okay. Let's see. Alright. This is everything. Let's exit. Okay, Corvus. Little brother, I wish I could say that I'm glad you are here, but a besieged keep is something that no one have to endure. However, it's good to see you again. How are mother and father? Yeah, okay, so now I really think that Bay character wasn't a thing back then. That is why I have some to find you, brother. Father passed away 6 weeks ago. Okay. Oh, spirits, I feared I would never see him again, little brother. But I thought... Okay, I'm trying to say little sister instead of little brother, because I have a female character. I'm not sure if I remember this, but I thought it would be me waiting on the other side for him. We must drink to father's memory when I return. Where are you going? I have to ride out immediately on a raid with General Avalon. We were waiting to see if the supply fleet could make it through the blockage before we took the risk, but since the Lady Ail was the only one to make it through, it seems that we must indeed resort to more drastic measures. Do you have room for another sword? Slow down, little sister. Horses are in short supply and we need to move fast tonight. I've pulled some strings and obtained a commission for you. And the sun is coming out, so I don't see anything anymore. Fuck you, sun! And when the sun comes out, I get blind. Okay. You will have to prove yourself to General Roth and Captain Kalvarik on your own before it will be anything more than a piece of paper. So I am forced to wait here until your return. So I'm forced to wait here uselessly until you return then. Not likely. If I know General Roth, he has already asked the commander of lists to give you an evaluation. Just remember that the monks can do wonders for minor injuries. Unless your skills have increased drastically since last we met, you will become very familiar with their faces. And before I forgot, show your commissions to the outer keep. Quartermaster for some gear before you report for duty. He is located off the corridor just north of here. I will, brother, right well, and we will talk more when you get back. Okay. Alright, so... Oh, this is so dark. I am bad at seeing stuffs. Okay, so... One thing that I like about this game is how immersive it is with what you can loot and what not. Right, so... Let's open this, right? So what I can loot here... This is essentially just basic clothing. So... I will just take this one with... Oh, I can just do all, okay, good. Back to game, right, and then open this. And this is trousers and hemp, so even more clothing. I will just take everything with me for now. I think I will get a shop soon. Oops, damn it, resume, I didn't want that, okay. So, wait, I think there was an options. Oh, okay, so on the options I can see this object shadows. Continue. Okay, I think there was an option that would make the walls visible or something like this. Invisible. Excuse me, ma'am, may I speak with you for a moment? Pardon, sir, my name is Diman, and I have orders for you. Pardon, ma'am, my name is Diman, I have orders for you. You have to report to Captain Avaros for training in the Outer Bailey as soon as possible. Okay. Thank you, but I think I will look around first. As you wish, ma'am, but I wouldn't keep Captain Avaros waiting for too long. Okay. So where's the Outer Valley, right? You can get there by taking the stairs at the end of the hall to the lower level. Go out the main doors, your left into the Outer Valley. And what is it exactly? The Outer Valley is the yard separating South Gate from the keep. It is used primarily as a training grounds, but some of the refugees, merchant, and craftsmen have set up the shops there, yes. Okay, thank you, sir. Alright, so... Okay, there are lots of chests that I can loot. But, okay, this is a broadsword. And what is this? This is a journal entry from a soldier, right? So I will take everything I can see. Back to game. I'm not sure about this, but it kind of feels like my inventory is smaller than I remember. Yeah, the money in this game is called crowns. So let's open this and go over here, and there's a dagger. Right? So I will just take everything with me for now. Okay, so not every chest is openable. For example, this is a chest that is not openable, and there's a guy. Okay, there's another chest that's open. That's a rose. And in a private love letter. Okay, I kind of want to read those things, right? So the rose is kind of useful. It's a miscellaneous item. Or commission letter, okay, this is also interesting. And this is like artifacts. And I think what the rose does, it increases your charm by 5. Right? So... Okay, unfortunately you cannot dual wield in this game. I kind of like this inventory system. So you have 3 chests, right? So I think I can put this one over, right? And then it should be... Yeah, I think it changed a bit, so whatever. Right, so this restrictions +1 per thing. Resistance modifiers, right, so... Not sure how exactly this works. But you have piercing, crushing, and cutting damage. Let's read the commission letter. For issues of 1 weapons and standard armor. Okay. Journal entry. Journal entry soldier. I was up before dawn today for my turn at the watch. Back home I was used to getting up early, but it's different here at Avalon. Sleep is as hard to come by as fresh food. Not a night passes without someone in the barracks brooding over with a nightmare. Even I had my shares of less than good dreams. During the day, no one likes to think about what might happen if the war... if the war turns out in favor soon. How do I... Is there more to this? Oh yeah, I have to click over here. But at night we have no such control over our thoughts. The dream comes and we are helpless against them. We are on constant alert these days. What with the Shaul getting bolder every day. From the walls of Avalon we can see the Shaul some nights going through the abandoned city. It's an eerie sight. I wish I knew more about this enemy we are fighting. Our leaders don't seem to be able or willing to share much information about them. Sometimes I think what makes the Shaul a truly terrifying enemy is our lack of knowledge. At least if we knew more about them, we could be better prepared for their actions. I wonder if having such knowledge would drive away the dreams, or would it make it worse? Private love letter from home. A love letter from a soldier's girlfriend. Well, it does say it's private. Okay, alright. I think this is a quest item that will disappear once I used it. Back to game. So with this I can go down. This is a monk. Okay, so I can just... No, this is not a monk, this is a servant. I can just ask him about certain things. Let's ask him what's new. One of the captains said there was a riot in the peasants' barley yesterday. He said they were also hungry, though it wasn't much of a riot. It's really too bad. Yeah, okay, that's bad. So... I have to go over here. That woman is in my way, so I have to go talk to him. What do you want? Greetings, I'm new here and just received my commissions. I was told that you would be able to provide me with equipment. An old pig sticker is all I can give you. If you want something better, you have to find it elsewhere. A dagger, is that all you have for me? Sorry, lad. Sorry, lady. General Wolf has ordered me to hold most of the arms distribution so we can prepare for an assault. You don't think I like seeing anyone, even new recruits, go so poorly armed, do you? I think this damn short of good steel. So where can I find my equipment then? These days I don't really know, but maybe Lucan can help you out. He's out in the armory by the south gate, past the outer barley. I would count on it, though, that. I also hear that there are few merchants in the outer barley, but if the manager doesn't have proper equipment, I don't see how commoners could. I guess I should try asking Luca then. I thank you for your time. So, there's some stuff over here. Right, so he essentially gave me another dagger. This is a normal dagger and this is a rusted dagger, and this model shows signs of neglect. Attack recover. Right, so let's take a look at this. Minimum strength, right, is a requirement. Max restrictions 45. I'm not sure what max restrictions mean. Attack recovery 6, I think this is attack speed. And it deals 0 to 6 piercing damage and 0 to 3 cutting damage. And if I take a look at the sword, right, minimum strength is 12, minimum coordination is 10, max restriction is 45, don't know what it means. Attack recovery 16. Okay, I'm not sure what attack recovery means, but you see it deals more piercing damage, it deals crushing damage, and it deals cutting damage. I cannot use this sword, so let's not equip anything, because I will get something else. So depending on which class you chose, you will get, I think, as a warrior, you get another broadsword, and as a scout, you will get a bow. So technically, scout is the best starting one, because you will get a broadsword and a dagger anyway. But obviously the stats matters too. Okay, Heather, pardon me, sir. Pardon me, ma'am. What can I do for you? I've only just arrived in Avalon. I'm glad to see that not all of Avalon's inhabitants are soldiers. Who are you and where do you come from? My name is Heather. I'm the chambermaid for the office quarters in this part of the keep. I've lived all my life here in Orient, but working there was a bore. I came to Avalon because this is the last bastion of hope for the people of the Eastern Lands of the Seven Kingdoms, and even a job like mine could become more important here. Everyone does their part. Let me thank you in advance for caring for my quarters. Good day to you. So I think there were some chests over here. Yeah, this is a chest. Journal entry. Last night I was chosen for a scouting detail. My first venture into the abandoned city since the siege began was strange to say the least. The detail had the usual encounter with a few Shaul. Nothing we couldn't handle. Fortunately, what really sent the chills down my spine though were those creepy noises that seemed to come from nowhere, and everything at the same time. The only thing I could think of while we were out there last night was the prowling ghost of a male tomcat. Looking for a mate, but knowing it would never find one as a ghost. I'm sure that doesn't make sense, but the sound was like nothing of this world. And certainly nothing human. All of us were very careful not to talk about it, but we all heard it. Of course, we put it on our report to Mudam. Luckily, he didn't relieve us all for insanity after reading it. Something strange is in the city, and I only have the first one. Okay, let's take the journal with me. I don't remember exactly how chests work in this game, if you can store it. Because I think what happens if you go into the next chapter, the whole map essentially switches out with a new map. I think this is how the game works. So instead of changing stuff in the world itself, it just switches the world out completely. So I'm not sure if you can keep items between different chapters. Journal entry. Another day of waiting, endless waiting. We wait for orders, we wait for shift changes, we wait for the Shaul to make another move. We fear the wait will be over all too soon. No one can say for certain what will happen when the day finally comes. What I wouldn't give for just 1 minute back home in my own room. The things I miss most are the smells of home, the earthy scent of just tilled soil, the fragrance of wildflowers when the sun is high, the perfume that Meg wears just behind her ear. Those are things I won't forget no matter how horrible the war gets. I hope she waits for me. Okay. If I remember correctly, there were some more items I could get. Okay, so inventory works. So one thing that I want to do is... okay. Mudam. So this is Mudam. We already heard about him. Pardon, sir. I'm sorry. I have one of the... Excuse me, sir. I'm newly arrived in Avalon. And I'm just here looking around and meeting people. Who are you and where are you from? My name is Mudam and I'm a native to this land. I joined this army when the fight with Meatwas was still young. And over the years, I suppose, I have proved my worth to the leaders around here. Now I'm master of scouts in charge of the training and deployment. So what can I do for you? So this is the guy where you can learn scout-related abilities. People are interested in learning some scouting skills. Of course, not many soldiers today are interested in learning how to become a proper scout, so I have few new recruits. Add to that the sad factor that scouting is dangerous and deadly work. And, well, the number of my boys keep dwindling. Having said that, the big secret for being a successful scout is keep your damn head down. Hours passes, and other butchers by his spirits. That was one of the Mark's best jokes. He's been gone years now though. Oh well, you have done well for war we quit, and eventually I think you'll make a fine scout. Of course, those were just the basics. There are several advanced skills I can teach you. I'm interested in anything you can teach me, sir. Right, so, pathfinding. Pathfinding gives me 2 coordination, removes 1 restrictions, and gives me 3 stealth. And I have 13 training points, so somehow I've got training points. Center of Balance gives 2 defense, -2 hit recovery. And it costs 3 points. Stealth. Healed first aid. Okay, this is a healing ability. Alright, interesting. I don't think he has any chests though. So there's nothing here. I remember I can get his stuff. Hold on. Let's open the chest and I'm just putting all the journals over here. Let's put this one over here and I can sell those. I just have to get to the outside to the fields, then I can sell things. There's probably nothing in here. This is Lord Harold. Okay. Okay, so they don't let me in yet, but I remember I can go in there, and I know that I get a stuff over there. The stuff isn't really a mage weapon, right? So it's not like in modern games that you have a stuff and then the stuff has a mage-related base attack. Instead, it's more like a defensive weapon, right? It gives you a base attack, but the base attack isn't strong, but what it does, it also increases your defense, and that's why I want the stuff. Oh, I remember those. Okay, so this is the mage trainer. Let's talk to him. Welcome, soldier. What can this old wizard do for you today? I have just arrived in Avalon and I'm most likely... Okay. I am Elaraf, and as you can see, this is my laboratory where I'm doing research on the ancient ruins that lie beneath the village. I've also served as an advisor to Sir Roth and his council, and when I can, I teach aspiring mages to better control the forces around them. I studied the arts before, but would like to develop my skills more. Let us see what you know after several hours of instruction. Very good. You do have a natural talent for magic. Please feel free to use the obelisk behind me for target practice. Or if you're ready, I can instruct you in some more advanced techniques. I have... Okay, wait. So what do you like instruction to? Magecraft. Recharge rate, okay. Basic energy management increases my mana. Minor meditation increases recharge rate. Flame spell, frost spell, heal spell, hold spell. So, those are not all the spells. Huh, that's interesting. I remember, right, okay, so how does spells work? Select a spell, so this is my spell. Charge. Heal. Okay, that's interesting. Right. So this is essentially a friendly, an ally one, so that I can test ally spells on, and this is an enemy one, so that I can test spells on, so... Yes. So this is the basic spell, right? I should probably also explain the UI. Right, so this is my stats. Right, so strength, coordination, charm, missing combat stuff, right? Secondary attack. Attack represents a character's total attack. Defense represents a character's ability to avoid being hit in combat. So defense is dodge rate. Light armor such as Zilla will have a higher defense than plate. Plate armor will absorb much more damage, however. Right, so attack speed. And the time it takes a character to complete an attack. A low attack speed means your character attacks quickly. Right, so you want this to be low as possible. Restrictions. A character's incurrence. A high will negate impact a character's ability to wield some weapons and cast spells. Okay. So this is essentially how much weight I can carry. Or not weight, but how much my equipment can weight. Movement. So I think a high restriction will negatively impact a character's ability to wield some weapons and cast spells. So I want to have a low restriction. Movement. Movement represents the character. Movement speed, healing rate. Represents the speed at which the character regenerates health. Consider effects. Yeah. So I gain 4 hit points per minute. I have 24 hit points and I have 20 mana. Okay, and recharge as mana rate, right? So, and then there are resistance. And this is damage. Okay, back to game, right? So this is my mana. So it technically goes down. Yeah, it goes down if I cast a spell. This is my health. We have inventory, we have a map. so... Okay, I cannot move the map around. Okay, Alright, so... Right. Roaster, right. So this is the characters that are in my party. For now, I don't have any. So we have quests. I am to report to Captain Numbers on the outer body for training. I should probably arrive armed, right? We have adventure. That's my brother. He's again for me. So this is essentially. Oh yeah, okay. So this is information about characters that I've met, and I think this is. Oh, okay. So this is a bit more. Right. It took Corvus several hours to get back from attending the meeting. After some much needed sleep, I was finally able to give him my news, which he took better than I would have thought. Right, so the constant warfare of the past few years has hardened him in ways I did not expect. Corvus in turn had news of his own. Once again, our reunion had to be cut short, for he had to leave immediately to gather his men. Corvus' unit was selected to serve as outriders to protect the flank of General Overrun's field force. A full third of the castle's men as they conduct a lightning raid on nearby Shaul supply camps. The camp located on the east would supply Avalon with some desperately needed food stores. Corvus assured me that he will only be gone for a few hours and will return. I met a kindly old wizard today named Elaraf. I admitted when I first learned he was a wizard, I was afraid, but he was so kind and interesting that I became curious. He offered to teach me some basic spells. I never thought I would be able to do magic. It's much easier than I imagined. After only a few minutes, I was doing some pretty incredible stuff. I think that knowing what I know now, it better soldier and okay. So there is none for Muram or whatever his name was. I am not sure about this. I think there was another mage who can train me. Because I remember there was a stronger version on the lightning spell. I definitely get the hold spell. A very useful spell. Hold will immobilize an opponent for a short length of time. The stronger you are in the art, the longer your opponent will not be able to move or fight back. If you catch my meaning. Does this sound like something you would like to know how to cast? Yes, I think it does. I remember that the hold spell is completely broken. Right? So for now it only holds like for a second or maybe 2 seconds if I'm a good mage. But later on it can hold for 5 seconds, which is incredible OP. And I've also will get the heal spell. If you ever get wounded in combat and it's the firstly regular occurrence, I'm afraid you will have 2 choices. Wrap a dirty bandage around the wound and hope the bleeding ceases, or use the heal spell and be instantly whole. Not much of a choice, I should think. Does it sound? Yes. Okay, right. I'm not sure about the flame spell or the frost spell. Let's read that. The flame spell. It's a classic in the professions. This spell does a moderate amount of damage to your target. The stronger you are in the missile zone, the more damage the spell inflicts. And the faster the ball of flame will travel. Okay. Frost. Like flame, frost does a moderate amount of damage to a target. Unlike flame, which can miss if your victim has sharp enough reflexes, frost seeks out its target. The stronger you are in magic, the more damage you can cause, and the more likely frost will be able to accurately find its target. No matter how they might flee or where they might hide. Okay, that's interesting. So I'm assuming flame does more damage, but frost has a higher hit chance. For now, I don't want to go for any of those passives. I know that there is a third trainer, but I think it might take some time until I find them. Okay, so this is everything on this level. Now I can go down. Okay, I will make a safety save. Let's call it LP. So, there's more stuff. Alright. So this is the medical bay. I think I can get a side quest here. Journal entry. If Brother Curly doesn't let me be soon, I think I will break his arm, despite my wound. I know he's just concerned for my health and wants to see me recover, but the man can be worse than any of my childhood nursemates back in Jabberland. Maybe Curly thinks the son of a noble must be cared for more closely than a common farmer. But it makes no difference out here in Avalon. Shaul's our ones either with equal skill. Perhaps I should be thankful the arrow did not puncture my writing arm, and then I truly would have nothing to do but sit and endure Curly's endless optimism. He did report today that I should be able to return to duty at the end of the week. That would be a relief. I feel terrible hiding in the infirmary while my fellow soldiers defend Avalon. Nothing like a few turns at the watch. Okay. I will just... Wait, what's the spell book? I got a spell book? Oh, yeah, this is an artifact, right? So, if I equip this one... Right, I can equip this one as an artifact. Okay, back to game. So, I think Curly is this one. Yeah, Brother Curly. I have just arrived and I'm looking around. As you can see, this is where we monks do our praying and healing. If you ever have need of healing, come see Brother Crosby. He's by... Okay, thank you for the information. Have you heard any? My friend tells me that Southgate almost fell last night. I would keep away from there. Where are you? Unless, of course, you wish to be impaled by an Ahul spear. I doubt Southgate could be breached, and I'm no coward. If there's a fight, I will be in the thick of it. Okay. As you say, so I will provide you with safety. Okay. Was it this guy? I'm glad you stopped by. I have problems that we are able to solve. Anything, brother. Okay. Thank you very much. You truly are a gift. By the way, I'm Brother Mo. I apologize for not introducing myself properly, but there is precious little time to waste. Listen, there's a fever running around the infirmary and spreading quickly. We are low on medical supplies. We could ease everyone's suffering of an easily brewed tea. You see our dilemma. Supplies are low everywhere. Okay, I understand. What kind of supplies do you need? We've run out of a specific herb. I thought we had more, but it seems we almost run out much sooner than anticipated. I know the influx of walnut has nigh been small for, even so it almost as if someone, but I couldn't be. This is Avalon. Put simply, we need more. There was an orchard in the village which the monks to using to grow the herbs we need. No longer be in need for us, but the herbs will still be there. But again, you see the problem. The infirmary can nay afford monks to wander about doing the business of soldiers. Would you have Madame the Scout to treat your wounds? No, usually not. Nor Captain Avaros, that's our job. Okay, that we do, brother. How perhaps you need the more of hardy wheat and fragile flowers, so I dare say it'll be running rampant over the orchard by now. You will know this plant by its red petals, lush green leaves, brown bulbous fruits, and dank musty smell. What I need from you is the fruit of the plant, the more the better. Okay. Alright, thank you so much, my child. I would ever so grateful. Okay, this is a quest which can be completed very early. This is Brother K. And here we have a chapel. I don't really want to talk to everyone because most of them just have flavor things. Actually, I'm new and I wish to meet some of the residents of the keep. Where are you from? I came here with the Jabalanders many years ago. I choose not to become involved in a civil war, though I felt I was needed here in a spiritual guidance and what do you supposed to have the chapel? Okay. You don't look injured. I was looking around. Well, welcome to the chapel. We are in the business of saving lives and souls here. You never need another service. Okay. So there isn't really much interesting going on. Oh, okay. Alright. I remember there was another side quest down here. This goes to another area, but I can't go there, I think. Yeah, unless you have papers. Alright, so I will try this quest. Who's this? Boney. If you come here for snacks, you can turn right around. You know you have enough food for that. Well, I must admit that I could use a bite to eat. I'm aware of the food situation here in the Citadel. I've come because I arrived here but recently and was merely wishing to make your acquaintance. Well, you may call me Boney then. I am one of the Anora's assistants. As you can see, however, even if we are not much to cook, we still quite a bit to attend to. Apologies, my lady. I'm very sorry to have been in your way. I'll take my leave then. Oh, no, it's not as bad as all that. Stay a moment and relieve the boredom. It's just that having Anora catch me lazing about with some soldiers would earn me yet another scolding. However, wiping down tables already flicked bare by hungry soldiers scrambling after every scrap is tedious as you expected. This is the 4th time today I've wiped down these tables, and we have only had one meal. I understand, perhaps I will stay a moment then. As I said, I'm new to these halls and trying to meet everyone I can. What's the news in the kitchens recently? Well, I'm not much for the spreading of rumors, but this morning when I was down in the cellar getting a sack of floor, it was like a black shadow leaped out of the corner and swept across the floor. A shade was what I thought, and I dropped that sack and ran for the stairs, fast as my legs would move beneath the skirt of mine. A shade can kill with just a look, you know, and I could almost feel the coldness in its eyes on the back of my neck. Funny thing is, and mind you, I can't be sure what with my heart pounding in my ears even louder than my shoes on the floor, but I thought I heard something like shivering as I went up those stairs. I'm glad that you escaped with your life. I know I didn't believe me when I told her. She just scolded me. And David, that so-called warrior standing over there, he just laughed at me. When I told him about it and said he was too busy defending the keep to go poking around the basement. Because of a woman's silly imagination, you know, why aren't you laughing? I believe that you were seriously frightened this morning. I also believe that you have you feel these words. You believe? I don't know what to say. Thank you then, but still, I'll stay away from that basement ever further. No, lady, for you I will personally investigate. I thank you. Maybe it's just a woman's silly fears, but talk to Anora first anyway. It's her kitchen and you need her permission before you head down. Just be careful. Okay. I think it's this woman. Anora, if you come here looking for a handout, you're wasting your time. There's nothing to spare in these hard times. No, madam, I have not. I've just recently spoken with Bonnie, and she informed me that there is something unusual in the kitchen basement. I was wondering then if there might be something that I could do to assist in the situation. Well, you look like something of a soldier, perhaps. There is, at that, these creatures. Creatures? What do you believe them to be? Rats, perhaps. But I'm not certain. All I know for certain is that our precious stock of grain downstairs is being eaten. And it's not by us. That silly girl Bonnie may think it's a shade or some such, but what would a shade do with flour? Whatever it is, if it's not stopped soon there will be nothing left for me to feed anymore, not even General Wolf himself. Allow me to dispatch these creatures for you, ma'am. Finally, someone with the courage to investigate the situation. Be careful, lad. I will return shortly, but not until every one of these are destroyed. There's another person over here. Holly. I was exploring the keep, as you might guess. I'm new here. What's your name? I'm Holly, and I'm an extra kitchen, and I'm from OEM. Though there's not much of OEM left, I will have just destroyed any of the countries. Okay. And then there is... What's her name? This is Anora, and this is... Ansan. Would you mind telling me what you're doing in the kitchen? I've told you soldiers 100 times that I can't give handouts. General Wolf has strictly rationed our food. So it's for a very good reason, you know. You may be hungry, but at least you're healthy. I apologize for saying I'm new here now. I'm curious about the people who have been chosen to live at Avalon. I'm really hoping to catch up on you. Okay. Well, make you look a quick one. I know the mistress of the kitchen. Okay. Alright. I'm Ansan and I'm from Katea. My father, a groom, brought me with him when Avalon was constructed. I can't imagine why, probably just to look over me. I've always be a little girl in his eyes. At any rate, rather than remain underfoot, I took over the kitchen. Okay. And glad we are off it. Everyone here can hear something important. I will give you a taste of something or good cooking. What I will have me at. Okay. Alright. So... There are some things that I want to do before that. I have 10 more minutes. I remember there was... I think I could go a level lower. And there was a dungeon. And I think I could get some equipment from those people. From the dungeon. Oh, this is interesting. So what this is, it's the quick select destination, proceed to basement. So this is the quick travel map. That's cool. And remember this. Okay, so this is the dungeon. Yeah, there's some equipment over here. So this guy looks important. Let's talk to him. What can I do here for you? And any good members? Okay. Okay, nothing interesting. What do you have to say? Where are you from? Okay. So nothing interesting. Does he has anything interesting to say? No. Okay. So there is another type of container that can be looted, and I can get better boots in here. And this is a Yalbart. I think this is a slightly better piece of equipment, yes. And this is a slightly better shoes. So let's get this. I don't think it changed my appearance. It is possible that the female one is bugged and it doesn't exchange. There's another pair of trousers and there's another sword, a common longsword. Let's compare the longsword and the broadsword. So minimum strength is 7 and coordinate is 10. Attack recovery is 14. And piercing is 0.5, crushing is 1.6 and 4.10. And this one... Okay, this one has more cutting damage, but less crushing damage. The difference aren't that great. It also has less piercing damage. Minimum strength is 12 and minimum coordination is 10 and max restriction is 45, which means I think if my restriction is at 45 then I cannot use this weapon. Right, and this one has less strength requirement. Attack recovery is 16. I'm not exactly sure how attack recovery works. So for now I have an attack speed of 11. So let's go into inventory and equip this sword. Now I still have an attack speed of 7. Let's switch that out. Still an attack speed of 7. So I'm not sure what attack recovery means. I would assume that it has something to do with damage, with attack speed. Okay, so I've opened this. There's another one and there's another one. Oh, this is a quiver, and we have this. I have to be careful about this because you can attack allies. Let's get the heal spell. The quiver can be equipped at the belt. It doesn't really do anything. It gives me some resistance, which is interesting, which kind of makes sense. Damage modifier does only apply if you have a bow. Okay, there's a shield. I don't have space for that. Well... Okay. Inventory, so a shield. And I don't think there's anything over here now. I will explore a bit more, but I am at the 1 hour mark. I don't think there's any... Oh, I just saw that there's a visual glitch over here. I don't think there's anyone in here. Is there anything else? There is nothing in here, but this is just a storage area. There is some sleeping places, more storage. I don't think there's anything at all. Okay, alright. So I'm going to end the session. And before I do the side quest in the cellar in the next, or in the basement in the next session, I will go to the trading area. So proceed to auto keep. And do a bit of training. Okay,